Hello. This week we are supposed to discuss a significant event that has happened to us at any point in time in our nursing career up until now, and to discuss the impacts it had in terms of increasing our understanding of the psych-NP role, psychopathology, or the provider-patient relationship. So I guess probably in the middle of my nursing career, I was working in a home health position, and it was a Saturday, so it was like my Saturday to work, and it's one of those situations where you don't really want to be there, probably not on your A game. You'd rather be at home with your family or doing whatever it is that you would normally do on a Saturday. And I went to go see a patient, and he was in a stereotypical, I guess you could say, lower income area. And I just have a natural tendency sometimes to be uncomfortable when I was alone in those situations, because I never really knew what to expect. It's in a city in Illinois that has a high amount of violence. And so anyway, I went into this home, and it was a single man there who was being discharged from open heart surgery, and I had worked very closely with the heart surgeon, and I knew the care very well, specifically what to do, what labs needed to be done. So it should have been pretty cut and dry, straightforward care experience. But this patient decided to be difficult, and I can't even really remember what upset him. I remember him specifically calling attention to the fact that I didn't have a watch on, and that I couldn't be a real nurse if I didn't wear a watch. And even though I had typically, I just was not at that moment in time. And it was obvious that the situation was not de-escalating. There really wasn't anything that I could do to make this man happy. He was infuriated at the time. And I called my manager to kind of let her know about the situation that was going on. And to be honest, I'm not sure that the right decision was made. Her instruction was for me to stay, that we had to carry on with the plan of care. It had been ordered out by that physician. We have a relationship with him, and it had to be done. And I don't think that they were really giving any thought to my safety or what could have taken place. And so the situation continued to escalate. And for the life of me, I honestly have no idea what I did to set this man off. And I think he was just upset with the world. And so I continued to provide his care to the point where I was just visibly shaken. And I guess looking back on that, I'm not really sure if I should have just kept my composure and not shown any signs of anxiety or weakness, which I think I was, or if I should have become very firm in my tone, which is sometimes necessary in these situations, or if that would have just further escalated the situation. I don't know. All that to say, I finished his care, and I got out of there as quickly as I could to do my documentation and so on and so forth. And I really don't know if any resolution ever came from that situation. I didn't have to go back and see him. He wasn't one of my scheduled patients or anything like that. But I think what I learned from that situation is that you can't always necessarily be prepared for what's going to take place. And you have to think quickly for your safety, and just consider that maybe the psychological well-being of this patient wasn't the best at that time, and take that in consideration, and just do your best to keep your composure and not take it personal, I think was the biggest thing. Although moving forward, I think I would have just removed myself from the situation because I really don't think it was safe. But I didn't have permission of my manager at the time, so I didn't. But all of that to say, I think that there will be a lot of situations where I could possibly feel uncomfortable. I've already been that way in clinical with patients who've gotten angry about certain diagnoses or things like that, and I'm with another provider, and I won't always necessarily be. And so, but the providers kind of, are masterful at learning to de-escalate those situations, but it's not always possible. So just taking insight from that and just my specific learning and insight regarding my therapeutic use of self is just to remain calm, and that I know sometimes I have a tendency to show my anxiety easily, to remain calm and confident and just to move forward with what it is that I'm doing and exit the situation as quickly and professionally as possible.